In the time of Prophet Musa, the Pharaoh of Egypt oppressed and enslaved the Israelites. He ordered the killing of every male child born to them, fearing a prophecy that one would overthrow his rule. In this context, Musa was born. Allah inspired his mother to place him in a basket and set it afloat on the Nile, promising to return him to her. She did as commanded. The basket was found by Pharaoh's wife, Asiya, who was a believer in Allah. She took to the infant and persuaded Pharaoh to keep him, raising Musa in the palace of his future adversary. Musa refused to nurse from any woman, prompting his sister, who had been watching over him, to suggest a nurse, who was his own mother. Thus, Allah reunited them. As Musa grew, he once intervened in a fight between an Israelite and an Egyptian, accidentally killing the latter. Fearing retribution, Musa fled Egypt. He traveled to Midian, aiding some shepherdesses there in watering their flocks. Their father, Prophet Shu'aib, grateful, offered Musa refuge and later one of his daughters in marriage in exchange for working for him for 8 or 10 years. Musa agreed and spent several years in Midian. After fulfilling his term, Musa set out with his family back to Egypt. On the way, at Mount Sinai, Allah communicated with him, commanding him to call Pharaoh to the worship of Allah alone and free the Israelites. Provided with miracles such as turning his staff into a serpent and making his hand shine brilliantly, Musa returned. He requested the aid of his brother Harun, whom Allah made a prophet. Musa presented Pharaoh with Allah's signs, but Pharaoh accused him of sorcery. A contest between Musa and Pharaoh's magicians ensued, where Musa's staff serpent devoured the magicians' conjured serpents. Realizing the truth, the magicians believed in Musa's God, inciting Pharaoh's wrath, who ordered their execution. Despite multiple plagues sent upon Egypt as divine signs, the flood, locusts, lice, frogs, and blood, Pharaoh's heart hardened. Allah instructed Musa to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. They reached the Red Sea, with Pharaoh's army in pursuit. Following Allah's command, Musa struck the sea with his staff, parting it and allowing safe passage for the Israelites. Pharaoh and his army were drowned when they attempted pursuit. Following their escape, the Israelites displayed recurrent disobedience, refusing to enter the sacred land and condemning themselves to wander the desert for 40 years. Moses passed away during this period, never entering the sacred land. His story is a testament to faith, perseverance, and divine justice.